This is a finance documentary exploring a bold and controversial plan, New York City's potential expansion into the sea. It's more than just physical infrastructure, it's about boosting the economy for both nations. The core of this project involves a substantial investment, estimated at around $6.4 billion, aimed at improving the infrastructure that links these two important trading partners. Think of it like building a better highway system, but on a much larger scale. This isn't just about cars and trucks moving goods, it's about creating a more efficient supply chain. When Trump's trade policies came into play, Gabelli likely focused on figuring out which companies would gain an advantage and which would face a disadvantage. His analysis probably involved looking at tariffs, trade agreements, and how these things affected different sectors of the American economy. One potential winner could be certain parts of the American manufacturing sector, specifically companies that produce goods that were previously imported heavily from countries like China. The tariffs imposed on Chinese goods might have made American-made products more competitive, leading to increased sales and profits for these companies. However, this benefit could be offset by higher costs for raw materials if those materials were also subject to tariffs. On the other hand, many companies likely face challenges. Businesses that rely on importing components or finished goods from overseas, especially from China, may have seen their costs rise. This could hurt their profits and force them to raise prices for consumers. This is especially true for retailers and companies in the consumer electronics or apparel industries. The overall impact on the American economy is complex. Some argue that Trump's policies were aimed at bringing jobs back to the U.S. and reducing the trade deficit. However, others worry about the potential for trade wars, which could disrupt global supply chains and slow down economic growth. Druckenmiller was trying to figure out which companies would be the winners and losers in this new trade environment. Overall, Druckenmiller believed that Trump's trade policies were a big risk to the global economy. Companies that benefit from the trade policies might see their stock prices rise, while those that are negatively affected might see their prices fall. A value investor like Gabelli would likely look for companies that are undervalued due to the trade policies, meaning their stock prices don't reflect their true potential. He might also consider companies with strong balance sheets and the ability to weather any economic storms caused by the trade policies. Trade negotiations are always ongoing, and the global economy is constantly changing. This means that the impact of Trump's trade policies is still evolving. It's important to stay informed and do your own research before making any investment decisions. What about the impacts felt by our allies, and what unintended consequences arose from the retaliatory tariffs placed on U.S. goods? What long-term plans have companies devised to protect themselves from future trade wars? These are issues that require deeper investigation. If you found this analysis helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insights into the world of finance and investment. Political will is a key factor. Without strong support from governments, such a project would be impossible. Regulatory hurdles would be significant, requiring extensive planning and approvals. The project could spark debate and controversy, with strong opinions on both sides. The long-term effects on geopolitical stability and international relations also need to be considered. This isn't just a local issue, it's a global one with potential implications for energy security, water management, and climate adaptation. The potential for social impact is equally important. This hidden cost often contributes to the overall financial burden and further undermines the project's long-term viability. It is important to note the problems with public-private partnerships, which often fail due to unequal risk allocation. The project could also have impacts on tourism, agriculture, and transportation in the region. They highlight the importance of realistic planning, sound financial management, and effective governance in undertaking large-scale infrastructure and development projects. The pursuit of grand-scale ambitions should always be tempered by a clear understanding of the limitations and potential risks involved. We need to learn from these failures to build a more resilient and sustainable future. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of finance and economics. Let us know in the comments which impossible mega project surprised you the most. And don't forget to explore the other videos for more amazing content.